Why, hello everybody out there on YouTube. This is your boy Maxwell coming to you with another video review. And in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the brand new War for Cybertron Earthrise Netflix special Walmart exclusive Voyager class Soundwave. So here we are, and there they are, and usually we take a look at the packaging, but I did not keep the packaging, so hooray for no packaging. So here we have Soundwave, Laserbeak, and Ravage opened up and out of their packaging. Now, right as of the time of this recording, Soundwave and his minions are coming into Walmarts as we speak. And keep in mind, at least this specific one is a Walmart exclusive, so you'll want to be mindful of that. So, here we are, and there they are. And now, before we get into the big major meat and potatoes of the review, which is going to be Soundwave, we're going to take him and put him off to the side, and we're going to start off the review by taking a look at Laserbeak and Ravage, his Micromasters that he comes packaged with. And so here they are, and yeah, these are virtually the exact same figures as we got previously, except for some slight remolding and some paint decal differences. So to start off with, we're going to take a look at Ravage first, because I say so. And so here we have Ravage, and as you can see, he has been repainted and redecoed to partially look like an actual micro cassette tape player. As you can see, lots of nice detailing there on that. You got the two holes from where your cassettes would normally sit in their cassette player. You got micro cassette 60A. You got a Decepticon insignia there. Here's the front, and here's the back. You can see how this is all pretty much going to work. And for the sake of a quick comparison, here he is next to the original one, and as you can see, I don't know how well you can tell from this, but they are exactly the same mold-wise in their microcassette modes, or shield modes, however you want to put it. These guys are almost completely identical. So yeah, there you got that. So we're going to take him and put him off to the side, and here we have Laserbeak in his cassette mode, and in all honesty, I don't know how I feel about this. I like this, and this is very heavily G1 inspired. But out of the two, I mean, here's a quick comparison. Out of the two, I don't know which one I like more. Because they're both pretty good, and this one has more details and decals picked out in paint. But I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah, no, so here we got them. And so the two of these guys transform exactly the same as the original Ravage and Laserbeak that you can get previously. So to start off with, we'll start off with Ravage. Take what will be the front legs and bring them out. They will click into place. And when you're going back into their like cassette modes and stuff, they do actually sit into a tab right there. So bring that up and out. From there, untab the back legs because they tab into slots right there on the sides. Untab them and bring them down. Fold the whole back section back until it clicks into place. Rotate these sections down. Bring down the hind legs. This side likes to be a little bit stiff. There you go. Come under here. Flip out the head. Fold down these sections here. And just get things oriented and repositioned properly so you can stand. And there you go. There you got Ravage in his little Panther mode. And this is a pretty nice little... I honestly don't know. Ravage is one of those unique ones that he barely can get done any justice for his modes. So yeah, there you got Ravage in his Panther mode. Take him and put him off to the side, and now transform Laserbeak. To start with, take the foot sections and fold them down like so. Usually you would be able to grab the beak and flip it up. However, I don't know if it's just something with mine, but you can't get your finger in to grab that, so you just got to grab that and kind of this back section to bring that up. We'll just put that back down. Grab the head and on a very tight joint and flip it up, and there we got that. Take this back section again and flip that up, and then flip this little engine section down like so. And take the wings and spread them out like so. And there you got Ravage and Laserbeak in their respective Panther and Condor modes. And much like in the same with the case of the previous ones, I like these Micromasters. I really do. And it's nice that they're including them. And so, yeah. Articulation wise for these guys, Ravage's head can go up and down. There's some joints here. There's a couple swivel joints, so he can move his legs around a little bit. And then these front paw sections are on these joints as well, so you get a little bit of movement there. Laserbeak has a joint here and here, so he can look up and can look down and look all the way down. And yeah, wings can go in and out, sort of. And then legs can only go back out, but that's because of transformation. So there you go. And now for a quick size comparison, here we got them next to their original designs. And we'll take a little bit of a closer look to see all the various different sculpting differences. Oh, turn the camera a little bit. Boop, there we go. You can bring these guys over. And now we're going to take a little bit of a closer look at some of the various different differences in their respective alternate modes between Ravage and Laserbeak. Starting, of course, with Ravage, we can see a lot of the molding is still the same. Predominance difference being here we have the Panther mode head for Ravage from his original form, and here we have the new one. And it's hard to see with how my lighting is right now, but I mean, when you look at it like that, you can see that there's some level of difference where mouth is closed, mouth is open. And then on this side here, yeah, you can see various other bits of differences between these two. So there you got Ravage. And now to take a closer look at Laserbeak. The main sculpting difference being on these two is their heads. The Condor head mode on this looks more like how we did on Cybertron back from like Generation 1. And this one looks more like an Earth-based Condor mode. But other than that, their molding is almost exactly identical. So there you go. Now that we got these two back in their respective alternate modes, we're going to bring back in the main heavy meat and potatoes of the review, which is Soundwave. And here we have Soundwave. And before we get a closer look at him, something I forgot to mention while these guys were in these modes initially, they still retain these plug ports on both of them, so you can plug them in to use them. There we go. Oh man, that's tight. You can still use them as shielding or stuff like that. Plug them into like Soundwave right here up on top, or some of the various other ports that are on them. However, that's not what we use them for. We'll put these guys off to the side, and I'll show you their incorporation into Soundwave in a few moments. So let's take a look at Soundwave now. Here we have Soundwave in his micro cassette tape player form, as we initially remember him as being from back in G1. And oh my, I love this. Something that I discussed with a fellow reviewer buddy of mine, Titan Ed, which you guys should go check out his channel. He does a lot of great reviews. is the fact that he is a little bit gappy. But in all honesty, for wanting something that's regular retail price and not going to cost an arm and leg like a masterpiece, I will take gaps any day. So yeah, here's the front. Here's the one side. Here's the back side. And here's the other side. And here's the front. Here's the bottom. Well, here's the top. He doesn't have an... This is his alternate mode, so... Voila! That's what you get, predominantly. So yeah, let's look in a little bit closer at some of the detailing. Here we can see a lot of the G1 inspired Tampa styles transferred over onto this. Here we got this lighter blue section here representing the stickers from the original one. You got the right side, the left side, the record and battery. You got the play, the fast forward, reverse, stop and record buttons. And yeah, and you got this top button here, much like in the other one, where you can pop that open and reveal detailing on the inside for a cassette tape player. Oh, that brings me back. Oh, that brings me back. And yeah, he does include 3 other accessories for weapons. You get the 2 standard battery blasters that is common for Soundwave. Now, he can partially kind of stand up without it. However, he still tends to lean back. So these are designed as his props. But yeah. And these are the exact same mold as was with the other Soundwave. And these just plug in on the backside here. There is no ingenious G1 inspired like back clip to put them in, but oh well. He does include one other accessory, which is that one gun that I have made as the Megatron back cannon carrier thing. And this actually does incorporate into this cassette mode. You just plug it in on this port right back here, and now he's got his clip, which is ingenious. I will give him credit for that. So yeah, pretty well done all around. I really enjoy this. If I had one complaint about this cassette mode, it's this yellow. This yellow is throwing me off. But never fear, I personally happen to have some gold paint and gold permanent marker. I will just repaint this myself to make it gold. So, now that we've gone over most of those basics, let's do the one main comparison that is ever so important, that being Siege Soundwave in his cassette tape player mode. And in case if you guys are wondering, yes, I got the Soundwave 3rd Spy Patrol Unit. Yes, I have Rumble and Ratbat. Have I done reviews for them? No. Will I do reviews for them? Yes. But they all fit so nicely on this guy. It is amazing. Okay, that's enough of that. As I was saying earlier, you can incorporate Laserbeak and Ravage into this mode. Box art shows that it's Ravage in the chest section, and that looks good, don't get me wrong. But when I think of Soundwave, I don't think of Ravage as his partner. It's always Laserbeak. And that looks amazing. Now, if you want to store Ravage on here, I guess you could technically flip out the port and just plug them up on top like I showed earlier, which looks kind of dumb. Or you can use like one of the various different free ports on him to plug it in. On the Siege one, I usually just have them plugged in on the backside like that. So, but yeah, that's basically it for the cassette tape player mode. So let's get down to the transformation into his robot mode, shall we? Let's. So, to start off with, we're going to take these accessories off from his back, because these will be used for his robot mode. Put them off to the side. Okay, what to start with? To start with, you want to come to this panel section here where these full buttons are and lift that up. Now that will unclip these two tabs from these two ports right here. So clips, posts. And you want to flip these in and bring that back down like so. From there, you want to take the legs and, much like the true G1 fashion, untab them from their respective sides and bring them down. Bring them around to face forward like so. Unbend the knees like so. And we'll just leave them like that for the time being. We'll finish working on the... Actually, no, we'll finish working on the legs. We'll turn him around so we can open up this panel section here. And this panel is actually tabbed in. So just lift it up and bring it back. Now, as you'll see, there's this post right here that goes into this port right in his foot. So you want to be certain of that you're being careful with that. Bring his foot down, close this panel section back up, and close that in. Much like his Siege counterpart. Same thing on the other side. Untab, bring it out, flip it up, fold the foot out, close that back up, and you got your feet all done. So now what we want to do is take the... First off, what I want to do is raise my camera up. Whoop. There we go. Take the arm sections and split them. And they will tab in together here, and then up here there's a tab right here that goes into this little slot right here. So untap them, bring them out and around, and then they will tab. This tab will go into that slot right there. Already got the other side all done. Rotate the upper body so that way everything's oriented properly. Bring the arms forward so they're oriented properly. Flip out the hands. And the last thing that needs to officially be done for the transformation is come up here to this section here. Bring that back. Take the head, flip it up, close that up, and there you go. There you have Earthrise Soundwave in his robot mode, and oh my goodness, I love this figure. Oh, when I first saw the pictures of him being released and announced and stuff, I was like, yes, please let me have it. But unfortunately, the pre-orders had all completely sold out for him, which got me so sad and so mad. But when I saw him in stores, I'm like, count me down for getting one. So let's take a closer look now at the details that are here in the robot mode. Here we have his head, and oh my, look at that bright red visor. Now I'm on the fence as to if I prefer this or the Siege one, but nonetheless, that is still so cool. Going down, here we got the full buttons again, which translated quite nicely from the back section here. And just all around, just a really, really cool, really nicely designed Soundwave. Not much of a backpack, which is always nice and appreciated. And so yeah, articulation for this guy. His head is on a ball joint, so it can wiggle around a little bit. He can look up and can look down. He's got nice light piping for a nice glowing red eyes. Arms are on a swivel joint, so they can go all the way around and can go up and down. Bicep rotation, double jointed elbows, which allows for the capability of him doing the whole ejecting, which he can do, which is awesome. And fists do not rotate, but they can go in and out because of transformation. Waist swivel. Panels up here in front can move out of the way, and this can move out of the way in the back to allow for full forward articulation and backward articulation. Legs can go out, full splits, rotation at the thigh, 90 degrees of bend at the knee, and ankles can tilt. And yeah, so really posable, really fun figure. Now, as for his accessories, we'll bring these all right back in. So here we've got his shoulder-mounted blaster, which will just plug in up on this port right here, which is really nice. And then you got the two blasters, which this one started transforming. So you just push the back section out, pull to extend it, and then he can hold that one. And he's got this other one, which he can hold. And so, yeah, he can do all sorts of pew-pew, bang-bang, pew-pew, bang-bang type of stuff. Now, because of the fact I didn't cover it in Soundwave's the Siege Soundwave's review, I'll cover it in this one. There is one thing that you can do with the weapons, which has been a whole thing with this whole Siege line and Earthrise line, is that the weapons can actually go more like combine together to create some level of form of like mega weapons and stuff. But I don't care about that. Most of the fan base doesn't care about that. We just want our updated figures. Now, one other thing I think I probably forgot to mention in Siege Soundwave's review is that this cannon is actually on a hinge joint, so it can move up and down a little and from side to side. And without his hindrance of his thrusters on his back, that allows for full articulation. And now for Ravage, I haven't really figured out how I want to store him on Soundwave just yet. He'll probably just end up being a shelf accessory, but you can put him on his arm if you want to create like a shield of sorts. So there you go. And now for comparison. Here he is next to his original stylizations of Siege Soundwave, with all his minions accessorized onto him. And yeah, there's that. And even though I haven't reviewed him yet, and I won't be reviewing him, here he is next to Sound Blaster. Now, I'm going to be using Sound Blaster for the duration of this video to showcase some of the various differences mold-wise between the Soundwave mold, the Siege Soundwave mold, and the Earthrise one. For starters, the shoulder sections on the two of them are two completely different molds. They are not the same. Their forearms, though, and hands are the exact same. Feet are the same. Front thigh pieces are the same. And the heads are even different. They are very similar, but they are quite different. And the weapons accessories are all the same. So what I'm probably going to end up doing is actually taking the weapons from Siege Soundwave and incorporating them onto this guy here because they look more like batteries and stuff. So, yeah, there you go for that. Now, a question that at least popped into my head and might have popped up into a couple of your other guys' heads. What about the Dr. Shockwave upgrade set that you can get for Siege Soundwave? Well, only one section of it will work on this Soundwave. That being the forearm covers, which I've already taken off of my other Soundwave and actually have already tested them on this Soundwave to see if they work. And to my luck, they do, because like I said, the forearms are the exact same mold. So you can take the Dr. Shockwave upgrade kit and make your Soundwave have paneled a full-on covered paneled forearm section. And so there you go. And I was almost completely about to space this before I was doing my closing video, so I decided I'd insert it here now. You can actually take the weapons and store them onto the back side of Soundwave here, in case if you don't want them holding them. And this one fits better facing upwards, but doesn't look right facing upwards, because that's more for Megatron look. So this gun actually just more often than not just sits off to the side. But it's an option for you if you so desire to do it. So there you have the full-blown video review for the Earthrise Netflix special, Walmart exclusive, Voyager class Soundwave with Ravage and Laserbeak. This is a really cool set. And as I stated on the onset of this recording, as of the time of the recording of this video and it being uploaded, these guys are just starting to hit Walmart shelves. So what I recommend, if you do not have the budget for a Soundwave, a masterpiece Soundwave, get this guy. He is worth it. I love him. He holds a very special place in my heart and is really cool. But I think that will really just about do it. So thank you for tuning into this video review. If you like what you saw, please hit the like button and subscribe for more toy reviews, unboxings, and all that other fun stuff. And also to check me out on social media. Links will be in the description down below. And so until next time, I will catch you all later. Camera fall down. Soundwave superior. Maxwell's reviews somewhat inferior. Like and subscribe for more content like this, and to watch me beat up Starscream.